it to me. I go, you know what? Every time I take this, I throw up. And she's like, I'll give you anti-nausea. You guys were all in the room. It was so embarrassing because I didn't feel nauseous. I was just like, bleh. I was like, no. She's like, oh, I guess it didn't work. I'm like, I didn't feel nauseous, but it makes me puke every time.
When I went in,
I can't take it.
When my intestines were sticking out of my body, out of my hernia, and I was in the emergency room at 3:00 in the morning.
And you were in agony.
I remember when the nurse, he must have been 8 feet tall, and his name was James. And I'm like, hello, James. He's like, hi, how are we? And I'm
what
like,
hospital were you at?
Mercy.
Oh, okay.
And I said, I'm not well. And he goes, yeah, I can see that. You're really pale. And I'm like, well, what can we do about it? He goes, well, hold on a second. So they do this really weird thing when you have a hernia where the guts come out. They invert you.
Yeah.
So they put you up like your legs are way high and your
so that
your head is down.
Like
so they're trying to get things to kind of suck back in. Well, it didn't work. Because obviously,
it was too late,
well, and the intestines were dying and they were dead, and because you could see on my stomach was turning black. Did you not know that?
I didn't know that part. I knew you had dead tissue.
Yes,
but I didn't.
And
realize
so
it was...
he goes, okay.
Well, you really gutted it for a while,
a long time, and so he go. I don't know what that is.
Well, Jerry did it too.
Yeah,
but he didn't get to that point. I think he. You know what? When I told him what happened to you, it scared the fucking shit out of him.
Good.
He was really afraid that was going to happen.
I tell people that all the time. In fact, when our stepdad, he had one too.
And Paul?
Paul had one too, and it was doing the same thing where his guts would come out and then go back in.
See, that's what Jerry's did.
And I said, Mom, I'm just telling you, the whole reason that I was in the hospital for a week was because I ignored that. And finally, they went out and they wouldn't go back in. And then I, had necrotic tissue, and that's how people die.
Yes.
So you can't let that happen.
Septic and stuff.
He went and got his hernia surgery like 3 months later.
Yeah,
because he's like,
Jerry got the first one done because that was the one he was having to do, and you could hear it. It was like,
that's disgusting.
It was disgusting.
Wow.
And he was using like a belt to like tighten it and hold it in.
What?
I mean, for years.
What is this, Little House on the Prairie? Why are we not going to a medical physician?
And I stopped arguing with him about it because we literally have like the best insurance.
You have the Cadillac of insurance.
I'm like, what are you waiting for? Why do I pay all this money for you to literally just do nothing and be dumb? I'm like, I just can't. So finally, when that happened to you, is when he did it.
He started taking it seriously.
Yep. Because he would not have bounced back as well as you did.
Well, no, I was younger.
He's so much older. Yeah.
So he's like, okay, this isn't working. And I said, he goes, how are you feeling? I'm like, well, I'm in a lot of pain. He goes, like, on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm like, I don't know, a 10. And he goes, okay. So he goes, I'll be right back. So he comes back and Daryl's sitting there and he's of course pale because he's like, my wife is dying. He's sure of it. And so he comes in, he gives me something and I'm laying there inverted and I'm like, what's happening to me?
Now I don't care if I die. I don't care if I die.
And he goes, oh, I'm just giving you a little something to feel better. I'm like, well, whatever it is, it's really good. Thank you, James.
I know. You're so grateful, aren't you?
Just like, how many times do people go, I've never been so grateful for a human being in my life. It's like, and the nurse is like, oh, you're welcome. I'm like, oh God, it's so good.
But I mean, the good thing about it is that at least, that's why they do their job.
I know.
Is to help people.
To relieve people from pain and anxiety. And it was. And then he made me drink something. And I'm like, this tastes terrible. He goes, you have to drink it. I'm like, well, I'll think about it. Now, of course, I'm completely high. And
I'll think about it.
And I'm drinking. I took like 2 sips. I'm like, this is really disgusting. And Daryl's like, you have to drink it. Drink it! And I'm like, God. You're like, and then Mom comes in, daughter. I'm like, hello, mother. She's like, so what's going on? I'm like, well, I think my intestines are dying. She's like, drink the thing. Just drink it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, you guys.
Fine.
I'll drink it.
And yet I can't tell the ICU nurse who's moving mother like
maneuvers
minutes after she had back surgery and Mom's wincing in pain and moaning. And I'm like, you're doing it too hard.
Stop it.
She was doing it too hard. She was Russian. And you know how they are. They're like, okay, now we're going to... And Mom's like, apologize to her. I'm like...
That was weird. She
thought I was rude.
I was just holding you. I'm like, Stephanie, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry this is happening. Because you're like, she's suffering. And I'm
What?
Why are they dating these fetuses?
I don't know. Right
I
now
don't understand.
I told you he's dating Amelia Hamlin. She's 19.
That's almost inappropriate.
It's disgusting. I hate him for it.
Is it because I'm old now that I give a shit about that? Do you think I would have cared?
No, because I'm just wondering the same thing. I'm like, am I being dumb?
Am I just being a bitch because I'm old now?
Because he is.
Because I'm a mother and I have a 20-year-old daughter who told me, if she were to tell me, Mom, I'm totally dating Scott Disick. I know. I'm like, he is 50 years old.
I think he's just 40.
Well, I know,
but
whatever.
Still, I mean, he's
like,
still
he could
20
be your
years
father.
older than any of the ones he's dating. Yeah, for sure.
I never thought I'd be that person where I would give a shit about that, but when it's your own kid, you're like, meh.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, only when they're that young, you know what I mean? I feel like if she was 30 and he was 50, then it
I'd
might
be
be a
cool
little
with it.
different.
Yeah,
but I mean, the fact
that's
that
fine.
she's just like not even old enough to drink.
Well, you know why? Because any woman over 30 has basically decided I'm having kids or not. Or
Yeah.
like they've got kind of their idea of like, oh yeah, I went through my 20s and I really don't want children. Or I do, but it's nobody's.
Look at David Foster and what's her name?
He is another one.
He's disgusting.
He's a pig.
I hate him.
I do too. Oh my god.
I really do. He
I
goes
hate
through
him
women
too.
like underwear. For
And you know
one.
what I hate about it too is he kind of reminds me of who's the guy, David Kelly? Is he the one that is married to Michelle Pfeiffer?
Oh, God, who is she married to?
David E. Kelly, yeah. Michelle Pfeiffer is married to that super popular, famous TV producer who did Ally McBeal.
Oh, okay.
If I am not mistaken, he never did anything with, what's that?
Calista
Flockhart. I want to say Lockhart.
She's with Harrison Ford.
Yes.
And has been for a long time.
And they're so private, and I want to know everything.
Well, because I think Harrison has some issues.
You think?
Yeah, he crashed a plane. He lost his pilot's license.
It's a little. You think he's a drinker?
I do.
I do too.
I do.
I always thought that too. He's so grizzled.
He's kind of old school that way, you know.
They live in Wyoming,
Hollywood.
hiding.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So does Kanye West.
I wonder if they're friends. You think they have barbecues?
Oh God! Well, Kanye West had bought like the neighboring. The property they own is like 500 acres. And he bought like the neighboring 500 acres.
Oh, he's doing.
So he literally owns like a quarter of the damn state.
So he's doing the Zuckerberg thing.
Because he doesn't want anyone, no paparazzi.
What the hell ever?
No one fucking cares.
No one cares about you anymore,
You're
Trust.
so weird, especially now that Kim's divorcing you. You are so yesterday's
Everyone
news.
just wants to know who Kim's banging now, so
Yes,
it's fine.
I do.
Yeah,
I
we're
totally
gonna
do.
find out. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
You did it first.
I did. I'm sorry. All right. I have this fucking cat and it will not leave. I don't know what to do about it.
The one that's
It's not a pet. Somebody said it was a pet, and so I left it alone. And I'm like, I petted it because it's like a stray. So I was petting it. I'm like, it's covered in flea bites. This is not a pet. It's got its nut sack. There's no way some person around here.
Maybe it got dumped. That's what
I think it got dumped, you know. And so Daryl, of course, he's like, God damn it! He goes, look, I don't care if we have this cat, but it's not coming in this house. And so the other day, the cat sauntered into the house. I was not here. I didn't know. I don't know where I was,
Getting
but
a root canal, maybe.
No. I don't know what I was doing, but I was not there. And there's video of it. We deleted it already, but Daryl went out to dump the garbage, and the cat wandered into the house.
Oh.
He goes, he got as far as the couch, Jamie. And I went,
Which
okay.
one? The first one?
The gray couch. He was like halfway into the living room.
Oh.
Like, and I go, uh-huh. He goes, I walk in, and he sees me, and he, like a bullet, he goes so far, so fast, but he runs out, and he's like skidding, and he hits the wall, and he's doing all that crazy shit, and he's like, get the fuck out of my house! Malia named him Romeo, and I keep calling him Ramon.
I like Ramon.
I do too. I think it fits him better personally, but anyway.
Yeah. I have had a cat that she is probably 12, Ariel. And she's a little brat. She's my only female cat. And I've had her forever. Since she was a kitten. And if when I try to put frontline on her, she will bite the fucking shit out of me and scratch me and draw blood. She does not care. She's like, I know I've known you my whole life, and what are you trying to do to me? I'm like, oh my God.
Cats are assholes.
God, yes.
And Daryl will boldly claim daily, he's like, I hate cats! I fucking hate them! And me and Malia are just staring at him like a cat. We're staring at him, and he's like, look, I know you love them, but they're horrible!
They are, though.
So much.
But I do love them.
I love them so much.
She's so cute, though.
Oh, I love her. Anyway, okay, ready?
Yeah. Sorry.
It's all right. I have decided how we're going to do this show.
Well, I mean...
I'm going to ask you... I have 8 questions. I have 8 topics for you.
Okay.
But most of them are interrogation questions. And then that might give you an opportunity to mention your finger plate.
Okay.
So
Great.
we'll see how that goes for
Why?
you.
Why did you ask?
Did I ask what?
that if I had anything for the show, if you had fully intended to just interrogate
Because
me for
every
the show.
time you sit in,
Yeah.
you never bring anything to the show, and when you do, it's something really dumb.
See? This is like...
So I have to over-prepare, because I know you're going to be like, I don't know what to talk about.
I bring more than either of your sisters.
That is a lie.
It is 100% true.
Well, we don't have the same banter that my sisters and I do, so you make me mad.
Need to prepare.
Yeah, you make me mad. That's why I can't ever do this show with any other person. I'll never be Kelly from Regis and Kelly, because she throws a little temper tantrum and then she gets her new guest and then suddenly she's fine. I could not do that. I would throw a temper tantrum and I would end it. I'd be like, no, I'm not doing this with anyone else. Who's Sally? I'm not doing anything with Sally. All right. You ready to start?
Yep.
I've been watching too many. What do they call it on your Facebook? The algorithm?
Algorithm?
Algorithm.
Giordacci?
Do you know how many times I've sat there and read that word and said it out loud and been like, how do you say this?
You know, for my whole life, to this day, I think about it every time I write it. I could not say sugar correctly.
Sugar?
When I was a kid.
Were you like, sugar?
I was all sugar. I'm like, why can't I say this?
And there's no R, by the way. It is sugar, right?
It's sugar. And I'm like, is this Spanish? It was so stupid. I was like,
so weird.
I'm like, I'm an advanced reader. Why can't I do this?
I don't know. It's something in your brain.
It was my brain was just like, this makes no sense to you. None.
Well, anyway, my algorithm. However you say it.
Your algorithm. Algorithm.
What is the right?
No, I can't say it. It's algorithm.
Algorithm.
Yes,
okay.
your algorithm.
So I must be looking at a lot of like retro things lately. Like,
oh, okay.
This
okay.
is what do you remember this? You know, and I'm like, stop looking at those because now they're popping up on my feed everywhere. And I'm like, okay, I'm over it. I looked at one, but it was all about old things that McDonald's used to do.
Oh.
And I was like, why am I clicking on this? But then I did.
And you're like, I had all of these.
I swear to God. I mean, I had forgotten about so many of them, and so many of them were so cool. I'm like, McDonald's used to be so cool.
They used to have badass treats.
Everything. Oh my God, so many different things.
My very favorite glass that we had when we were kids was
Muppets.
It was the Hamburglar.
Oh God, here we go.
Fuck?
I don't know.
Hamburglar glass. It was a glass with a Hamburglar on it, and I love that glass. I'm like, I don't want Mayor McCheese. I want the Hamburglar glass.
No.
And that would be the one I would drink out of. I do remember the Muppet glasses.
That's the one that they showed. They used that example.
And we had those.
We did have them. That's why I was like, oh my God, I totally remember these.
I couldn't believe it.
There are times when I will be reading comments on social media where someone's just an absolute fucking moron. Not only is what they're saying stupid,
they use bad,
but everything is so grammatically incorrect and misspelled, and I'm just like, my God.
So when that happens, I love to do it because they get so triggered. So
well, them and the 10 other people that are telling you you're an asshole, you knew what she meant. Why did you have to bring her down? Doesn't matter.
Somebody else say something. I'll reply and I'll do the quote that indicates spelling or grammatical. Be like, it was there, and then they're like, and they're just like, that is. I'm like, triggered. What was it?
Which would only be me, of course. What? I got a fever blister right under my nose. It's still there,
dude.
And I got one right here.
I got them too.
I thought they were zits. But they were so sore. I can pop anything, Jamie. I can pop something until my eyes are just like squirting because it hurts so bad.
Yes.
I couldn't even get my fingernails on this thing. I'm like, oh, it hurts so bad.
That is so weird. So I had one. I'm like, this is odd.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And I felt like shit. But it wasn't.
I did too.
It wasn't. It didn't even correlate to me.
It didn't for me for a while, but because I honestly thought it was a zit, and I kept trying to pop it. I was like, you know what, this is one of those ones you're just gonna have to wait until it gets so white that then you'll pop it.
Then you're gonna have to lance it.
It hurts so bad, yeah. And so
it's like you gotta get
it
the
just
box
never
cutter.
happened. What?
You gotta get the box cutter out, slash it.
Well, I think I did. I have some really, really sharp tweezers
that you can like pinch the end.
Yeah, I can literally pinch skin.
Yeah, I love it.
And I do it. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Let me get out these bad boys, and
it's time to bring out the.
I made it bleed, and that's when I knew it wasn't a zit. I'm like, okay, because I have dug so deep in it. I'm like, there's nothing coming out.
Ouchie.
But it was because it was a cold sore. I mean, it freaking hurt.
I just remember when Lauren did the pig play at Fair Oaks School. Do you remember when she was a pig? It was the Three Little Pigs, and she was one of the pigs.
Well, I did Three Little Pigs.
I know you did. So
but
did
I was
she.
a flower.
I remember the sad flower.
I was like, they gave all the non-parts to We Were All Flowers.
I was a rabbit in that same play in second grade, and I was the only one that had like a dumb costume. There were some girls there that had full-on zip-up bunny suits.
Oh yeah, their moms went all out.
They went and bought one,
right.
and I'm just like, here I am in my felt, and I look so dumb. I had white tights, and I'm just like, oh,
I remember that actually. Now when you said the white tights, I'm like, I totally remember that.
And I do remember you being really upset that you were a flower because you wanted to be a bunny, like
well,
I was.
I wanted to be either a pig or a bunny.
Yeah,
the three little pigs were.
That was the second grade play,
right?
Because Miss Simning,
I'm friends with one of the girls who was a pig.
Is she a
my
pig?
Facebook? No.
Oh,
actually, I loved her. Stacey Stewart. She was adorable.
I remember Stacey.
She was always the sweetest kid, and she was super cute, and she still is. Cute. When I was getting ready to come over here, I was at Safeway, and I went inside. I had to break a $100 bill, so I went in there, and I was like, I'm starving, of course. Mm-hmm. And I bought one of those little snack packs that has like cheese and crackers and stuff in it.
Like a Lunchable?
Yeah, but it wasn't
for adults.
But for adults.
Okay, yes.
So I'm sitting in I'm sitting in my car and I'm eating it, and I'm texting you like, can I come over? I'm like literally done, and I'm eating my thing, and I'm watching this woman. Her husband pulls up close to the store. She comes waddling out and everything, and the back window of their SUV is rolled down, and there's a cute little dog hanging out, like, Mom! He's like, and she's like, hi! She's walking up to the car. She goes to open the door, and it's locked. And then she's like, she literally did the same thing that I do. Like, it was the funniest thing. I just started cracking up. I'm like, I thought I was the only one that gets immediately annoyed by that. It's like, and I'm looking at the man's like, he's fumbling with the lock, and she's like, hurry up!
You're like, you're really making this a thing. This is the quick version of a michelada.
Yes, this is what I first started drinking these. Out of curiosity, because I wanted to know what they tasted like. I started drinking these. And I was like, these are so good.
Oh, it smells good.
They are supposedly really good for hangovers.
Do you have a hangover?
Cheers.
Is that why we're doing
No.
this? Oh, cheers.
I, for some reason, woke up and thought today was Saturday.
Well, it's because we normally record on
Yeah, and I'm like, it's Saturday. You know what? I'm like, I really want a beer. And then when I was out and about.
Hey, that's not bad.
Not bad.
No.
Especially for a Budweiser. I mean, I don't drink Budweiser.
I don't either. It bloats me. Like I said,
Beer.
everything fucking bloats me. Oh, did you feel the earthquake?
Jamie, yes!
We were sitting in the office.
I was on a Zoom meeting, and all of a sudden I was like...
We were sitting in the office, and it was really quiet, because it was kind of in the afternoon, like 3 or 4 o'clock.
It was like 3-something.
Just sitting there, and all of a sudden I'm like, I feel lightheaded all of a sudden.
I
I'm
did
like doing like
too.
this, and then it didn't stop.
I told you I thought I was having a brain aneurysm. At first I was like... Because I thought it was just me.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I'm on a Zoom meeting with all these people. It was a very pleasant one, by the way. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting there staring. Somebody was like, rah, 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 talking. I'm staring out my window of my bedroom, and all of a sudden my blinds started going like this. And then I was sitting in a chair like this, a swivel chair, and all of a sudden it started doing... And then I live in a raised foundation house.
Yeah.
Because for flooding, because there's no creeks nearby.
Yes.
So my whole house was rocking. Jeff was sick that day, and I was like, hey! I thought he was running around because the whole house was just like
jiggling.
It was so crazy.
I crave McDonald's. In fact, just the other day, I was like, God, I could go for a quarter pounder with cheese.
They
and fries
are so good
right
too.
now. In fact, the only time I ever drink soda is when I eat McDonald's. I get their Coke.
Same.
It's so good.
I get a large Coke with extra ice.
Me too.
Oh my God! Because if it's like packed with ice,
so good.
I'm like, God. And I don't drink Coke. I don't
either.
Ever.
God, that's my favorite meal.
It literally is the best.
I cannot remember the last time I had one,
and
that's good. Actually, I do remember the last time I had one. Last year, Daryl and I were driving to go visit Natalie.
And you're like, oh, yeah.
We stopped at this place right before Bakersfield, and the only thing there was a bunch of gas stations and a McDonald's.
Yep.
And I said, well, let's do it. But see, here's the problem with McDonald's is it absolutely goes right through me. Like, it does.
I know, because it's so much grease.
It's so bad for you. And I get a stomach ache within 30 minutes.
And you're like, oh, no.
Because I never eat it.
Now we have to stop.
He's so dumb. I mean, I told you what happened when he sent that sexy photo to somebody.
Yes, because he sent the contact.
He's like, oh, idiots. Can we have Jamie's contact? We want to invite her to our child's first birthday party.
No.
And so he sent the contact, and then I get a text going, ooh, sexy pic. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh, my God, I would die. I would kill him.
Like, what are you talking about, Alicia? And she goes, oh, well, we asked Daryl for your phone number, and he sent us the contact with his profile pic. I'm like, what was it? I had no idea. I'm like, what was it? She goes, oh, well, you were like laying on a bed. I'm like, stop!
Oh, my God.
Stop talking!
God, I would die.
And so I'm like,
I would absolutely die.
I'm like, yes, I will go to Emmy's birthday party. Thank you for inviting me. And I hang up, I'm like, I hate you.
See, you know what's so funny?
Like, this is why I don't send you anything. I send him nothing.
Right, I never
This
have.
is why.
Jamie,
this
I've
is why.
literally never done it.
I go, you lost the privilege. It was like, I was mortified. What I hate, too, about those people that are constantly posting memes, no one is going to have their mind changed.
Right.
By this fucking fluorescent yellow meme with the heart on it.
Thank
No
you.
one is going to go, you know what? Judith was right. God damn it.
I do need to live my best life.
I do need to let the toxic people go in my life.
Right?
It's like, no one's gonna do it.
And neighbors, please don't water your lawns. We're in a water crisis. And I'm like, who in the fuck are you, Shelly, to be telling me that I shouldn't be watering my lawn?
The last time that happened to me, I don't even know what I ate. I was in a dream.
Oh my God, the worst.
And I'm like, in the dream, I'm like, God, my stomach hurts. And so I woke up and was like, oh.
I've done that so many times. It's real.
What the hell? So I'm laying there
Drink
in bed.
something bubbly.
And you would think at this point in my life, I've been in my body long enough to know that, no, you're going to have diarrhea at 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's happening.
So I'm like, all right, fine. So I'm getting up. So I got up. The pain, I felt like, I'm like, this is like labor.
This is like birth, I know.
And I'm like, what the fuck did I eat?
Did you figure it out?
No. And it was so bad that I was literally gripping the toilet bowl.
Oh my God, I've been there.
And I'm seeing that, and I'm sweating.
Oh my God, it's the
And I don't
worst.
sweat. If this gets any worse, I'm going to have to reach out for Daryl and go, help me. I need to go to the doctor.
Oh, I would rather die.
I would rather die on the floor.
He will find my dead body in the bathroom and be like, why didn't you just tell me?
But
I was not about to tell you.
Here's what sucked.
There was lava coming out of my ass.
I'm like, okay, so I thought I was done, right? So I go to bed. And I'm laying there going, okay, just go to sleep, go to sleep. So I get 30 minutes later.
You're like, "Blue, blue, blue, blue."
And I wake
like,
up.
"No."
I remember the third time it happened, I woke up and I almost started crying.
You're like, this is absurd.
You're like, I can't. All right.
I'm so tired.
And you have to get up. You have to get up.
Oh no, you have to get up.
There is
Yeah.
no choice. I'm like, is there anything left?
I'm serious. It's like your body keeps producing it or something. I know.
And then I had what we call anal heaves.
What's that?
It's like dry heaves. There's nothing there.
Oh, yeah.
You're just spasming.
Yeah, because we were talking about before, we were talking about being lactose intolerant. I know
Yes.
you're not, but I am. And that is exactly what happens
Anal
to
heaves.
you. But
You have to wonder if
paid
it's
for
worth
that
it.
shit. I mean,
That's
I'm
how-
like, this is why you don't eat it. This is why.
Remember this
God,
time.
Stephanie, I'm like, you idiot. Did you really think you were going to get a pass? You never do. I was like, what did you think?
And then what's worse is then when
it's cream and cheese.
when the when the smoke finally clears and the bodies have been cleaned up and you wake up and you look like you've had surgery.
Oh, God. Jerry's like, did you have a rough night or something? I'm like, shut up. You have no idea.
And you're pale and puffy and you're like,
exhausted.
And your body hurts because,
yeah,
you know,
my butthole was like fucking, oh my,
It's like
my
raw.
butt gave birth.
And then suddenly you're like, I have to shower.
Mm-hmm.
So you get in the hot shower and you feel better.
You do feel better.
And then it takes a couple of hours. And finally you're like, I can't wait to go to bed tonight. And
right?
start
And
fresh.
you're like, so I can be normal again.
And
Yeah.
honestly, I changed the sheets.
And all for the sake of some fettuccine Alfredo.
because you had to have it.
it was so good.
YOLO.
I like naked podcasting.
You've
I
never
think
done
actually
it.
I should say
Wait,
that.
have you naked podcasted?
No.
This is new.
I just assume that I would like it.
Well, this is
Could you
what-
cover up a little more? Jeez.
I'm literally doing the Aurora, the
From Schitt's Creek.
terms of endearment where I'm literally like
Oh, right.
clinging up to my neck, covering every ounce of my body.
I see leg.
You see a knee? Stupid. Wait, before we start,
What are these?
these are called Grethers Pastilles.
Oh, great. Does that mean I have bad breath?
No. Here's one for you.
What are they?
This is for me. Ariana Grande swears by these. They're supposed to help you with your coating your
Oh,
throat so you
so
don't
when she
cough
sings-
and you don't go.
Okay.
Okay,
Have you
then-
had one?
No, I wanted to try them with
Okay.
you. These are only for the show.
Do you suck them or chew them, or you doesn't matter?
For throat and voice. These were $15.
Goodness. Well, it's Ariana Grande. She can afford anything she wants, but
I think you kind of suck on them.
yeah, because mine's hard. I mean, it's
too.
chewy, but
It says there's beeswax in it.
oh, fun.
So these aren't vegan.
Beeswax isn't vegan. It's an insect.
Some vegans think that we rob the bees of their needs.
I mean, they don't even have blood.
You're not even allowed to take their honey because they use it to live. I'm like, but what if you take the extra honey?
We had this discussion with Mackenzie.
And I'm like, what if you take the excess honey that they're not going to use? And they're like, well, that's very little. The bee industry would die. And I'm like, or the honey industry would die.
Yeah, but we farm them like anything else.
Well, I'm just telling you. I eat honey. I have no problem with honey. And a lot of vegans don't have a problem with honey.
I love it.
I do too.
I use it in place of sugar so much.
Yeah. They're like, well, you can use agave. I'm like, it's not the same. Because
I've never tried agave. It's from a plant.
Agave is the honey plant version. The plant honey.
Whatever. It's from a cactus, right?
Make tequila.
Well, they use it in tequila, I was about to say, which I very much enjoy, but...
Damn, Ariana, these are like...
They're bland. They don't really taste like anything.
I was worried they'd be medicinal or something. I'm like, God, is this like secrets?
I can't.
Do they even make secrets anymore?
Yes.
They're cherry ones? Oh, God, I love those.
They're good.
They numb your mouth. I love those.
They're perfect, actually, for... I always forget about them when I'm sick.
Okay, well, I don't know if it's going to work.
Well, I don't know if that's going to work either, but okay.
We'll find out. Maybe it will. Maybe we didn't do it long enough. Like, you have to really let it savor in your mouth.
Yeah, you should have read... She probably was like, well, I eat 10 of them 2 hours prior, and...
10?
I don't know.
Well, we just ate beeswax. Sorry.
Celebrities and rich people always have, like, some kind of a ritual that they do.
Well, I just thought, hey, we both have coughing issues, so perhaps this will assist. Now, I do feel a little different.
I better not drink anything. I don't want to get rid of it.
Different sensation. Well, just give it a minute.
It's kind of like a gummy...
It's like a gummy, but I have to say my tongue is coated. The back of my throat is coated, so let's...
What's a pastille? All right.
Some kind of candy. It's like a French candy. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little sweeter than I thought it would be. Anyway.
Me too. I'm glad. But I got Current. That's the kind she uses. So now we are just like Ariana Grande.
Okay, I'm ready to start morphing into her.
It's like looking in the mirror.
It's like looking in the mirror. Okay.
I love that movie. Okay, ready?
Yeah, same.
Oh my God, I was going to throw hands. I was like, I'm going to throw hands. Isn't it funny?
I was mad.
How quickly you forget how old you are.
I mean,
like immediately.
But the thing is, you know, like you said, I think we were talking about this before. We were like, I'm like, you know, Veronica and I were like, would we actually fight? Like we say we would fight, but
I would fucking fight.
And then in this moment, after I'm reflecting, I'm like, I absolutely would have harmed her,
gone violent,
and I would have hurt her so bad. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to go to jail, but I don't know if they send you to jail for that kind of thing.
You know what?
No.
I remember one time, it was a younger girl. She was old. She was an adult, but she was way younger than me. And I said, you're 18. I said, me punching you in the face and knocking your ass out is a misdemeanor. And I'm happy to pay the fee. So bring it on, asshole. I'd be happy to. You're not a child.
Actually, you know what? I don't even think they do that, because when our druggy next door neighbor confronted Jerry and he pulled out one of those, you know, like when you're a painter, you have these long poles to like reach things. He pulled out like a painting pole.
We're not recording it. Well, we are, but it's pre-show
banter.
I'm going to start the show. Hold on. Just set them down.
Oh my God.
I'll start the show. Ready?
Oh my God, Daryl.
Are you ready, Steph?
I'm so excited.
Okay, here we go.
Wait, are you going to tell us what it is?
Yeah, I got to start the show though.
Okay, wait.
Because it's going to be part
I have to eat my pastille. It's like taking forever.
I don't care. It's fine.
I'll be like,
no, it'll be fine. Ready? We were talking about YouTube and some of the crazy shit that we have found on YouTube.
I love it.
Oh, I love it too.
There is nothing that you can't find. That's what I love about YouTube. If it pops into your brain, no matter how random or weird, there it is. And there's 50,000 of them. It's
crazy. Reddit's like that too. And I actually like Reddit. I used to be really intimidated by Reddit.
To post, yeah, but I can read. Or
anything, you know. So I'm like, all right, it feels like it's just a wall of text. I don't understand. What are people even looking at? I'm like, no. I am not a moron. I'm going to figure this out. I can do this. I'm not some idiot. I'm not ancient.
Everyone's idiots on those things. Are you kidding me? We've talked about this a million times, but the grammatical stuff and the misspellings and it is appalling.
So now I'm like, I'm all
a little
in
effort,
on
people. I don't see it has to be perfect.
No.
But if I have to decipher every single word and try to figure out what you're trying to say, I'm like, you need help.
So it's out in the open, and there's no. It's all linoleum.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled with the Safeway by my house. It's tiny.
Honestly, if I could have
They're so annoyed by you. Like, I hate it when you go to the deli and you're gonna buy $17.99 a pound roast beef.
Yeah,
and they're
which is super expensive.
So expensive, and I'm like, and they're rude. I'm like, I'm sorry I interrupted you while you were slicing the cheese, but I need some roast beef, and I can't go back there and get it myself. So
trust I would, because I know how to work at Hobart.
Right.
At Togo
don't you guys pre-slice some and have it, seriously.
A lot of delis do. But you know what? It never fails. I'll walk in and I'm like, yeah, I would like a pound of pan roasted turkey, please. And they're just like, well, gotta open another one. And I'm like,
sorry,
you could just do it now. And they're like, well, we're closing, and they don't want to. And I'm like, look, I get the lazy. I get not wanting to create more
I really
work.
don't, because they make so much money.
That's true.
The people at the bakery, or not the bakery, the people at the deli and the meat department make more than anybody else in the store.
That is true. That is true.
So what the fuck are you complaining about? If you don't want to work here, then don't work here. And believe me, I do the same thing at my job too. When I start to get bitchy and I'm like, these fucking people calling, I'm like, how dare you call? What do you want?
It is 4:30 p.m.
Don't you know that I've been doing this all day, you asshole?
I have 45 minutes left. What do you want?
Like they have no right to call and ask for services.
And they're like, well, I'm sorry. I did not realize. Might I offer you an apology? Oh, did I ever tell you about that time that I did that?
No.
So
someone was being rude to you.
I called. God damn it, I can't remember who it was I was calling, but I called somebody, and it was literally in the middle of the day. It was not, anything. And, I was trying to make an appointment or something. I can't remember what. And, it was the eye doctor. And so I called.
The one that you referred me to?
Yeah, but this...
Jimmy, I don't like them.
It's fine.
They're rude.
Well, the doctor's great. That's what sucks.
He's nice. He is. But
their staff is...
His staff is terrible.
And they go through, like, water.
So I'm like, you know what? I keep wanting to make an appointment because Jeff and I both need one. I'm like...
Do I really want to go there?
I don't want to go back there.
Don't. And trust me, we have had the discussion after this happened last year. This is the discussion we had. And so I said... I called and I said, hi, I need to make an appointment for at least for my daughter. She needs contacts, and she runs out. And I said, so we need to get her in. And they're like, hold on. And I said, but can you check and see when she's due? Blah, blah, blah. Hold on 1 second. I was on hold for 10 minutes.
And so ridiculous.
So I hung up and I called back and I got somebody else. I said, hi, I was on hold for like 10 minutes and I'm really trying to get through. And they're like, well, we're really busy here. I'm like, shall I offer you an apology for daring to call your place of business? I literally said that. And she goes, one moment. And then somebody else gets on the phone and they're like, hi, da-da-da. And I said, you know what? I go, here's the thing. I'm not going to come in there and make a scene.
No.
I said, but I spend thousands of dollars and I see your clientele. It ain't me.
Yeah, right.
So trust, the only reason that we went there was because Dr. Grant, our pediatrician, recommended the wife, who no longer even works there anymore.
Oh, she doesn't, yeah.
So why the hell should we even continue? We could go anywhere else.
Anywhere. We have like amazing insurance.
Yes.
Yeah, so do we.
And so she knew who I was. And she's like, of course, Mrs. Minor, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's more like it,
Right? I mean, I don't expect, I'm not an ass-kissy customer.
And first of all, I don't expect that.
I don't.
I'm like,
I can expect courtesy.
I could be on Medi-Cal and it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
You can't be like that.
Yeah, it's just rude.
And
yeah.
I'm like, and what was funny is that I'm so blessed that I was able to summon what I said, because that's something you would do. I hardly ever have the wherewithal to.
They kind of have to push me. Yeah, I mean, it depends on my day, but you're right. Yeah, I mean, I had a moment the other day where, and it's funny because it doesn't serve you any good to be that way. No, when you're at work. When you're a customer, you have a choice, unless it's something that you really love and you don't want to get rid of it or you don't want to stop going there.
Right.
You have to take that gamble. Like if I've been going to, that's why I haven't necessarily written off this other doctor, because
I know
Jeff's already been there. He's very weird about new things and anything medical.
Of course.
So now that he knows what to expect there, I'm kind of like, I really should take him back because it won't be new. He'll know.
Right.
But so that's why I haven't gone somewhere else. But at work, if I get that way, it snowballs, and I'm the one who suffers for it.
It escalates
because it just continues and continues and continues, and I'm like, your attitude is getting you nowhere, bitch.
That's right.
You are gonna have the worst day ever. You're already pissed off. It's like 8:30.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and I'd be like, Veronica, I have a call. Would you like to be my manager today?
No, she's. I mean, that's the one thing I love about having a bestie at work and we do the exact same job. We're like, I feel you, girl.
Yes,
like we totally know, and we're very similar as how we work. You know, we both have our limits, but we're both highly customer service. Like my boss has lately been like, who are you?
You're like someone who wants to keep their job.
No, not even that. I'm like, you know what I've realized is that when I'm that way, my day is so smooth.
Oh, it's way better.
People are so grateful that you're nice and kind and that you're knowledgeable and all of that, you know, so being a bitch really doesn't serve you any good when you're at work.
It doesn't.
Which is why I don't get these people are like that. I'm like, I have to remind myself too, but it's not all the time. It's just every once in a while when I'm having a moment, I'm like, you know what? Check yourself, bitch. You are here because you work here. Yeah. You cannot act like these people are a burden to you.
Yeah, deli people at Rayleigh's.
Right? I'm like...
You know, it's funny. And you know what I hate about stuff like that is you immediately go, oh, thank God Laura's working today. You know, so I can just get what I need and get the hell out of here.
Daily I get told, do you have a direct line? Please, can I just call you?
You're
because
like, I don't,
I'm like,
sorry.
I don't. And thank God. I do, but...
Let's get started before Daryl gets in here with
I don't
cocktail.
tell them.
I have absolutely no idea what we're having for
Oh, yay.
cocktail, so
That's
it'll be
exciting.
a nice surprise. So we'll get started and we'll see what we do. Our second show is going to be a little more TV and movie focused.
Okay.
Because, you know, it's later in the week. You know,
of course.
Whatever, so it'll be better. All right, ready?
I'm ready.
I know, and I just had a freaking gummy.
Well, ready. You know, and Richard and her both work from home, and
so there's no privacy.
I mean, there I would. It's not even really the privacy issue. It's
Stephanie,
just it would be crowded and
sleeping with a snake.
I'm not doing it. So I will have my rental car. I will have my hotel.
Snake?
No, she's had it. I can't remember when she got it. I think she got it there.
She's such an animal lover.
She's just like her dad. Exactly like her dad.
Just collect pets.
Well, when he was you know, when they lived in California and we split her pets at his house were bearded dragons.
I remember.
You know, all kinds of odd reptiles. I mean, that was what they did. And so she has continued that tradition, but
I remember Tyler once told me, he's like, I think I want a pet tarantula. I'm like, not in this lifetime, you don't. I will not allow that. I'm like, I won't do it.
Jeff wants one.
No!
He's not getting it, but he has asked.
He wouldn't want it.
Jeff wants everything but wants to do nothing.
Yeah.
I want a hamster. Well, Jeff, do you have any idea what comes involved with a hamster? And then I tell him all about it. He's like, well, you can do it. I'm like, that's not happening. I'm over killing
I have
people.
birds. I have cats. I'm done.
I'm not doing it. Yeah. So he, the good thing about Jeff is the novelty of those ideas wear off very quickly.
God, I'm so glad that it was the one thing I refused. I did not allow Tyler any reptiles. I just refused. I'm like, first of all, Tyler, you wouldn't want it. Trust me. You would touch it and go, ugh, and then we'd have this thing. And these creatures live for decades.
Well, and that was what Lauren and I were talking about because I asked her, I'm like, how's your snake? And she's like, he's still fine. I'm like, God, Lauren, are you tired of taking out? She's like, I'm so tired of taking care of him. She's like, I just, you know, she's such an advocate for, you know, when you get a pet, it's for life.
Yeah.
You don't get to have an excuse.
For 30 years.
Yeah. She's like, so I'm like, I'm so afraid to like give him, they have like, cause it's Florida.
Yeah.
So they have like snake sanctuaries and stuff. They do.
I believe it.
And so I was like, well, honey, why don't you give it to like one of the rescues or, you know, one of the sanctuaries or something like that? Or, you know, she's like, what if they mistreat him? Aww. What if I think it's a good place and then they end up being mean to him? And she's like, I can't. She's
so
like, the thought of it is just killing me. And I'm like, oh.
So basically you will die with the snake and then the snake will eat you. And that's fine.
I don't know how long
they
live. I can't remember what kind she has, but I know that snakes do live a long time. I mean,
they live at least 10 years, right?
At least. Well, I think she's had it. Well, how long have they been in Florida? Yeah, like 8 years. I mean, a long time. So she learned her lesson, that's for sure.
Yeah, she's like, no more snakes.
No, yeah.
Yeah, this is it.
She's and now this is going to be the first, the dogs that she has, one of them is like, he is really at the end of his lifespan, so where anything could happen now, you know? And it's a terrible thought. She agonizes about
Dogs are the worst. It's so hard to lose a dog or a cat.
Yeah, and this would be her first one, so.
Oh, God.
She's dreading it. And
so rough. Yeah, I mean, you know, the other day we took Bodega for this super long walk and he got really, really sore. Aww. And he wouldn't get up to get his snack. Oh. And he would literally knock someone over to get it normally.
Yeah.
Like, let's get a treat. And Sasha's like, yeah. So she runs over to Bodega and looks up and he goes, eh. And I went,
He's like, I can't. My legs hurt.
So I came over there. I'm like, Bud, what's up? And I'm like, you know what? I can't do this. You can't do this now.
Please.
Can you just... I mean, is this... Look, what are we doing? Are we going downhill immediately?
I know. That's how animals do.
They go instant.
And it's the worst.
And you're like, I have things
because the moment
to do,
you realize it, you know, you
get scared.
It kind of catches you off guard,
Always.
you know? Because you're like, you don't think it's going to be a thing. And then it's like, all of a sudden you realize it's a thing. And you're like, oh, God. and you're
like, I was not prepared for this.
I'm not ready for this. Yeah, it's so awful. It's so awful. I'm still like not over Socks dying, and I don't know what it is about him that has been so hard for me. But it's like I can imagine him there still.
You know what it is that every once in a while
he was 15.
You get a special little critter, and they literally like find a way.
I think it was because he was around so long.
That's the thing is I
can almost not remember what it was like to not have him.
Like when Arthur died. Arthur was 14.
Yeah. Yes.
And I, for some reason in my brain, really thought that cats live till 20.
They can.
But they don't
Because
always.
Jerry kept saying the same thing. Well, there's something, what are we doing wrong? You know, I'm like, Jerry, he's just old. No, cats live to be like 20. I'm like,
Not all. Not all.
I'm like, they don't all.
They're considered seniors at 10.
Yes.
So
that's why I like my cat right now, my little kitty, he's 14 and I am just petrified.
Oh. But Arthur, he was 14. I'm like, well, we have 6 more years with this animal.
I know, right?
And then he started dragging his body around and I'm like, no. This is there's something wrong. And then they're like, and the vet that we don't go to anymore, thank God, they were just like, we'll do whatever we want. I was researching cat wheelchairs because he was paralyzed.
I had a vet like that.
And ultimately, I mean, he had a catheter in and he kept ripping it out. And they're like, you know, you can bring him in and put it back in and all that stuff. And I said, I can't.
Why are we doing this?
I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I'm like, I was in denial for a minute.
Yeah.
For like a couple of days.
Yeah.
And I said, I literally borrowed somebody's kennel. I was like, I had completely turned my house into a hospital.
You're like, what am I doing?
And I'm like, what am I doing? This cat is 14.
And at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, you do these things and you do them for yourself.
And the cat was literally flinging itself off the bed.
I know.
Running to under a bed so it could die. And I'm like, this is insane. It's
insane. Just cruel. Yeah.
This is crazy.
It's cruel to do to the cat so because you can't let go.
Right. So I took the cat, put it down.
I mean me. I've done that.
Out of its misery. But the thing I was going to say is that they see so much of our life happen.
Yeah.
That it's like it's like closing a chapter of your life because they see everything from the moment you had them, all the shit you went through.
Yeah.
And then they're finally gone. And what's interesting I've always found is that when these cats or dogs die and it feels like a chapter in your life closes, it's like it's always at a really peaceful time in your life when they die. It always feels that way.
That's true.
Like there's a calm, and
unless it's something traumatic.
Well,
I don't know if you've had that happen yet.
I have not had a traumatic loss.
I had it happen once, and it was our most beloved pet ever.
Yeah.
And so when something traumatic happens, something unexpected, something that it wasn't the right time, it wasn't natural.
Yeah.
It's devastating.
It's worse.
Yeah, it's horrible.
For sure.
So yeah, so between Socks and the one cat that we had that our neighbor's husky got out and got him.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Those were the two worst. The rest of them all died of really old age and very peacefully, and so I hate the loss of pets.
Oh, it's the worst.
So anyway, what I was trying to tell you is I'm trying to go to Florida, but I just I'm finding myself, I'm like, okay, you need to get over yourself. Stop it.
With the travel?
Well, as to where I'm going to stay and what's acceptable. So I did finally settle on a place that's, it's literally the closest place aside from some scary motel.
Ugh.
And it's 13 miles away from her house.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's not that bad. And they do have a suite, thank God.
Oh,
and
there you
so, yeah, it's it's a smaller suite, but it's a suite. It's fine. I hate myself.
Is there a view?
Yeah, like a parking lot.
Yeah, well, you're not going to be there that much.
No, I mean,
you're literally going to be there to sleep, and that's
exactly. But yeah, so I just have to have wherever it is that I do end up at the end of the day, it has to be not terrible.
Well, no.
So this place is not terrible.
Okay then.
Yeah, so I'm okay with
that. Is it like a boutique hotel or?
No, it's a Fairfield Inn and Suites.
Oh, that's the one.
That is it. That is literally the nicest hotel in a 30-mile radius.
This is shocking to me.
I'm telling you. That's why I'm so frustrated. I'm like, I'm doing something wrong. I'm like, I must have Googled and searched and did every travel website known to mankind for hours.
Wow.
I'm like, I'm missing something, No, I'm not. It's just that rural. Florida is not anything like you would think it, like I thought it was. You can go to Tampa, but I mean, even if you go to Tampa, I don't even think there's like a Four Seasons there.
There is no Four Seasons in Florida.
I don't believe there is. There might be in like Miami.
Maybe.
Or Fort Lauderdale, where everybody goes to go on a cruise.
I don't know.
But other than that, or Orlando. Actually, there is. In Orlando, where Disney World is.
There's a Four Seasons in Orlando?
There's a Four Seasons within like 15 or 20 miles. It's not right at Disneyland.
Yeah, because that's...
But I mean, Disneyland, their resorts are amazing.
Yes, you wouldn't need to stay at a Four Seasons.
The resorts that the Disneyland
resorts
has.
are Four Seasons.
And they're better. Yeah, they're
well,
actually more expensive and better in some cases.
They cater to everything, so...
Yeah, so I guess I could, I'm like, I could stay in Orlando and just drive an hour.
Oh, God, no.
No,
you're going to be fine.
It's going to be fine. I'm going to take
your daughter anyway.
I'm taking my baby, me and him. I think I'm going to just do the two of us.
Oh, that'll be fun.
And take him with, he's definitely old enough now to travel.
For sure.
It would be a pain in the ass. And so I'm excited. I'm trying to figure it out.
So you're going to probably go in Feb?
Maybe March. We'll see. It depends. I haven't even looked at the plane tickets yet. First of all, I'm like, okay, the first thing that has to be decided is where are you going to actually stay? Because I already knew it was kind of like that. I just didn't realize it was as bad as it was until I really started looking. I'm like, you can do this. You can stay at a Fairfield Inn Suites. You haven't stayed in one of those in 20 years, but...
One time, we were staying at the Napa River Inn, and our contact doesn't work there anymore. So we have to just be like everybody else. And so we asked for this very specific room. It's on the 3rd floor, and it faces the river, and it's our favorite room.
Pretty.
And usually we can get it because we stay on weird times so we can get it. So he comes in, he goes, well, good news, bad news. I'm like, what? He goes, we have a river view. I'm like, and?
It's not our room.
It's not our room, but it is on the corner too. But it's on the 2nd floor. I'm like, well... I guess we'll have to slum it today.
I almost had to wait.
I guess we'll slum it this afternoon and just stay with neighbors above us like savages. And he's like, I know. I'm like, God.
We literally don't go places if we can't get what we want.
That's how I am.
Like, it's stupid.
That's how I am.
I'm like, you fucking pretentious bitch. Like, who do you
what?
think you are?
Hey. Who cares? We want what we want.
I just don't tell anyone except for you.
Well, you can
and now the world.
Yeah.
But seriously, like, for the most part, I would never reveal to any of my friends or people that I know that, like, unless I get the presidential suite at the Argonaut, that's front row at Pier 39 in San Francisco,
I want nothing.
I would never stay in a baby view room. Are you kidding me? They're like, well, the baby rooms are like $400. I'm like, pish posh.
It's not about the money.
They're terrible. They're small. They're like 300 square feet.
What do you expect us to
survive
do?
in that?
You expect us to all breathe the same air in a 300 square foot room? What is this? What, do we look like we're camping?
Jeff needs his own master suite. Oh God, I'm spitting. But it's true. If I don't have a soaking tub and a double steam shower, it's not happening.
I mean, Daryl was like, well, so we're going to go to Napa, and I said, okay, and we're going to stay at the Archer. I'm like, all right, we're getting the suite.
Have you ever stayed there before?
We have. We stayed there for our anniversary, and we stayed in a suite, and it was really nice. I go, well, we're staying in a suite, right? He goes, as if I would even ask for anything less.
Andrew!
God. And I said,
well, you know what? I will have to say that it's so nice to be in that position in our life because I've stayed at many shit hotels.
I have stayed in many.
Just for the sake of...
Hey man, I stayed at the Parkview Inn, which is a mile away from Disneyland, schlepped my own ice chest full of milk and children's food.
I'm telling you, we did that too.
Slept in the same room with my children and gave them breakfast before we schlepped over to Disneyland every day for 4 days. It's brutal.
Before they had Google, this is how old we are.
Oh, God.
When we had Lauren and she was 8 months old, we took her to Disneyland for Thanksgiving because it had the tree and we wanted to see that. We wanted to experience that. We were dirt poor. We had nothing. We drove Joel's Prius down to Anaheim. And I had gotten they had like those, when you would go to a truck stop and stuff, they would have travel magazines. Yeah. Like the free ones. Mm-hmm. And they would have like coupons and stuff in them for. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So literally there was a place called the Penny Inn in Anaheim. It was not anywhere near Disneyland, but it was close enough. And I booked that over the phone.
Wow.
And we showed up, and because we had driven to Anaheim, and I think we both had to work that day, it was like 1 a.m. when we got there.
Was there anybody there?
Yeah, there was somebody there, but when we pulled up, it was so horrifying. That, I mean, and at the time, we were like 19, 20, we were like really young and poor, and we had no expectations of anything. You know,
have a baby with you, and you're like, oh.
We did, but that's how bad it was, that even us at that age, with that, in our economic situation, we're like, we can't stay here.
Oh, no.
Like, it was that bad.
What did you
Joel's
do?
like, we cannot stay here. I'm like, what are we going to do? We freaking, we upgraded and we ended up staying at the Motel 8, which was unheard of. We're like, I can't believe we're going to actually spend $60 to stay in this room.
Wow.
That's how cheap it was. But it was clean. It was a brand hotel.
Yep.
They had plastic cups that were covered in plastic.
And in your mind, you're like, someday I will never, ever even consider it. I will drive by these hotels.
Right? Well, I mean, come on, these days. But, I mean, we were grateful for it.
Oh, yeah.
We were so grateful for that room.
You know what? We've all done it. We've all stayed in
So, yeah.
hotels.
So, now that now with me and my $500 a night minimum rooms, I'm like, yeah, I think I've kind of
We all
earned
came
it.
from meager beginnings.
Very much so.
We all have been
It's not like I
there.
haven't done it and I wouldn't do it. I just don't want to if I can.
You know
avoid
what?
it.
Oh, God. I mean, yeah, I just...
That's why Paula she's like an anomaly. I'm like, where did you come from?
She doesn't care.
She doesn't care. She
She's
stayed
like-
at the Circus for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, I know. I know.
She made me stay at the Stratosphere. I'm like,
She's like, it's only $39. I'm like, Paula, you get what you pay for. Even in Vegas.
well, all you do is sleep there. I'm like,
No, that's not true. I
don't
took her
know.
to the Aria, and we stayed in one of the penthouse suites, and I thought it was really
Did she
nice.
appreciate it, or was she like,
Didn't matter. Didn't matter to her. It could have been a shithole, and we could have stayed at the Golden Nugget.
That's why I don't understand where she came from. Because even Allison, my God, Allison
like,
is such a prima donna.
Yeah.
They went to Thailand and they stayed at like a 6-star resort. She's
Yeah.
like, Jeeves, will you carry my dogs up? She's like me, like dirt poor, but pretends like she's rich everywhere she goes.
Do they have special access?
She cracks me up, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, what? No hot towels with lavender oil? What?
Oh God, I know.
Anyway.
The only thing that sucks about it now is that we have to start the show.
Oh, we haven't?
No,
Okay.
we were doing pre-show to kind of get warmed up. Okay,
Yeah,
ready?
go for it. Still, I have not watched Sister Wives, so
I haven't either.
I haven't DVR'd,
I want
though.
to talk about. Well, okay. Anyway, was there something I wanted to talk to you before the show? Okay. So you know how we were talking about rage? Okay, really quick, because
Yeah.
this didn't have to be a subject, but we were at the grocery store the other day, and we were doing self-checkout. First of all, my lack of patience, I don't know where it went. I have none.
I don't think I ever had any, but honestly.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the thing is, like, I know you've always been an impatient person. I am too, actually, but I mean, I usually don't like vocalize it much. I try
Right.
to just go
Swallow it.
Right.
You know, I have to say this. You know who was like that?
Who?
Dad.
Dad was impatient.
He had none. Remember,
I don't either.
if you asked him the question the wrong way, the look he would give you is like, "Are you fucking the stupidest person ever?" I get it now. Back then, it would make you feel like you were like an inch small. You were like, "What?" You know, because you didn't get because I was a child.
We didn't
all
know, 'cause
right.
we were small children.
Yes, but as an adult to adult, and I don't feel that way
Adult
about
to adult.
children. But
I don't
adult to
either.
adult, if you say something dumb or you ask me something ridiculous, I can't.
I have a ton of patience for children because they
me
know
too.
not.
Absolutely.
But adults, get your shit together.
Right.
So I
You
have
can't possibly
noticed.
be that stupid.
I have noticed that in the last, I don't know, month or so, I can't with Daryl anymore. And I don't know if it's a combo of
I think
me.
it's because he's home all the time.
I don't know if it's a combo of me losing patience more regularly or if he's getting slower. I can't figure it out. So
I think it's both.
I have Stephanie.
Pandemic was great in the beginning, but it's getting to the point now to where I'm like, I don't want to look at your face ever.
I started noticing the hatred when I started watching him on his phone.
Oh God.
And I was just like side eye. It wasn't even like I was staring over his
Right.
phone.
In
Right.
fact, you would look away and smile if he looked. You'd be like, oh, what?
No, we were just sitting. We'd be sitting on the couch or whatever, or in the car mostly. And he's looking at his phone. And first of all, it's something that I've hated since the beginning of time. But he has to have maps on to see where we're going, even if we've been there 1,000 times.
Oh, that would be.
And I don't mean like the grocery store. I mean,
I
like
know,
when we go
I
to
know.
Napa or Tahoe or whatever. He's got to have the map.
It's comforting to him. It makes him feel better.
Exactly. And I'm like, there was a time when there was none of this, and you just had to figure it
You
out.
had to like go and
You
be
just
like,
had
oh my
to be
God,
like,
is
well,
that the expert? Well, we're
guess
gonna
we'll
find
look
out.
for signs. But no. So he does that. But what makes me even madder now is that there's a delay. Like he doesn't, like his thumb will hover over, and then it'll take him like an extra 10 seconds to finally depress the app, open it up, type in the thing, and I'm like, I
Okay.
want to rip my skin off. And it has nothing to do with me.
I know.
So we're at the
Don't
grocery
look.
store. We're at the grocery store, and
Self-checkout.
we're doing self-check because the lines are insane always, and there was like nobody at self-check. Well, I had the audacity to buy some red pears. So we
so you had to look them
we had
up?
produce. So now I know how to do it quickly.
So do I.
You just type in pear, and you just pick whichever one. It doesn't fucking matter.
No one's going to be like, oh, you got the 89-cent one a pound and not the 79-cent.
Everything's $1.50 right now.
Or whatever.
Whatever. And so I'm like, oh my God. So he's sitting there and he's like, dee, dee. He's looking at the SKU number.
To make sure he's got the right one.
To do the right numbers. And then I look up and it says 6 pounds of habaneros. And I'm like... okay, what?
Habaneros are like $8 a pound, by the way.
And I'm like, he goes, well, this isn't right. And he looks up at the clerk. He goes,
I'd be like, don't you dare.
He looks at the clerk. He goes, I pressed the wrong number. And she's like, well, let me come over to help you. I'm like, well, this is what elderly is like. I had no idea. So I'm standing behind him, and I'm like, just pick a pear.
I'll do it.
Because
I would never let Jerry have that job.
I'll tell you why. I will tell you why. Because many years ago, he said, hey, I worked in retail. I know how to do SKUs.
Oh, God.
So whenever we go, there have been times where I will literally push him over and be like, ding, 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 and I'll do it really fast. And he's like, I had a system. I'm like, get out of the way. And then I fuck something up because,
because you're awkward.
He goes, see, I could have done this by better. And I said, yeah, but we're here for 20 fucking minutes. It's self-check. It's supposed to be 3 things. Let's just do this.
Yes.
So anyway, so now I'm like, you know what? I'm never doing it again. I'm just going to stand back here and read magazines or play Pokemon. I don't care. So I'm in the back and I'm seeing him go. She's, well, this is how you do it. And she's like, red, R-E-D, space. And I'm like, I hate all of this.
Kill me, somebody.
At one point, I have even gone so far as to go, give me the keys. I can't be in here to watch this.
Like, I have to go.
I got to get out of here before I absolutely turn into a tornado.
I'm going to implode. Yes.
Yeah. So then he's like, sorry, Sherry. And I'm like, I can't believe it.
It's Ned Flanders.
I can't believe it. I'm like, and I turned to him, I leaned in.
Ned Flanders is really nice, but...
Well, so is Daryl. And so I leaned in and I said, you are so fucking honest. It makes me want to hate you.
Right.
And he's like, why? And I go...
I would have just thrown the pear in the bag and be like, I don't know why the weight's off. Just can you buzz me through? They're like,
God. And he goes,
I stole a pear.
I wasn't going to pay $6 a pound for habaneros. They were pears. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I can't with this. I'm leaving. And the thing that sucks about it, Stephanie, is I'm the asshole. I know I am.
Well, no.
I know. So then yesterday, or whatever day it was.
Was he mad?
No, he didn't even register in his brain.
Okay, good.
So then...
See, Jerry would...
He'd be like, wait till we get home.
No. He would have been like a 5-year-old for the rest of the day. Pouting and, well, I know I'm a moron, so... all day long.
You know what?
God, you are a moron!
I almost would have preferred it. Anyway, so, because he's like, why do you have to be so unkind?
I know.
It's like, why? And I go, because I have no patience.
Yeah,
I have
neither.
no patience.
None.
I'm like, I want to get through this shit. I go, because I just don't, there are better things to do than this.
Yeah.
And pears aren't that important. I almost would have left them behind if I could have. But anyway, and I have, by the way, I have left things. I'm like, you know what? I don't need it that bad. And it's happened many times. So anyway,
that's funny.
And then we were at home and I said, oh man, I can't find my phone. And so I'm looking for, I'm like, God, I can't believe I can't find my phone. And I go, can you please like text or call it for me?
Yeah.
Because unlike everybody else in this house, I don't put mine on silent because I have no secrets. And so
I don't have secrets, it's just annoying.
I just, whatever. And you know what? I get so many text messages and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm just
because
like,
you're the
whatever.
mom. Yeah.
So anyway, he goes, all right. So he's standing there and I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm texting you something. I go, call the fucking phone.
He was going to text you?
He's like, well, he's like, eh. And I said, this is not an event. Just call the fucking phone. And I'm like, come on. And he's like... And so then I walk in and I find it the second he calls. And he goes, did you find it? And I'm like, yes. And I'm like, why? Do I have no patience?
Senility is setting in. No, you're right. And this is me all the time.
I'll tell you about it on the show.
I can't stand watching Jerry with his glasses on. I'm looking at him like, you're so ugly.
That's mean.
You look like you're 6,000 years old.
So then, and I'll tell you about this on the show.
I don't say it out loud. I think it.
In your mind, you're like, God, look at you.
But then I have to like go away and go in my room and be like, ah.
Yeah. So I'll tell you about the actual event. But we were at the show. The show ended, and it was raining a little bit. And
Who was this person, by the way? I didn't recognize them.
I'll tell you about it on the
it
show.
Looks country. Oh, right. We're not on the show yet.
Yeah, you know. But anyway, so I'm walking, and I just start walking. I'm like, I'm out of here. I go, there's a lot of
like
people.
Mother.
Well, there's just a lot of people. And, whenever there's a large group situation, I mean, cops were coming and all this shit. I'm like, you know what? I'm making a bebeeline. We're a block away from the hotel. I'm like, I'll meet you there. I've got a car too. And I just like, I'm walking. And Daryl's like, Jay. And I'm like, what? And he's like, wait up. I have an umbrella. And I'm like, I don't care. And I'm like, he's like, why are you running so quickly? I'm like, what are we going to lollygag in the rain? Let's go. Fuck.
I'm done waiting for you, pear boy.
God. And, and I'm just like, look, and, we were with Brad and Prithy, and, she was walking a little slow because she had heels on, which was fine, I mean, do what you got to do. But I'm like, I don't.
I'm going.
And I'm like,
I want to be in the hotel like 10 minutes ago.
I want a cocktail in my hand in 30 minutes. I don't want to be standing here in the 40-degree rain. It's cold. And he's like, can you wait? I'm like, for what? We're all wet. It doesn't matter.
You know where I'm going?
Yeah, I can see the hotel. So anyway, oh God, I have no patience.
They'll never understand us.
I know. You know what? That's what's sad is he does understand.
Well, he should. Then why is he yelling at you from afar?
Because he doesn't.
I would just been like to my brother, let her go. It's Jamie.
Just go. I'll have the umbrella.
We'll be there in a moment. She doesn't care about being wet. If she did, she'd be here. Yeah.
That's right. I'm not. I don't. Anyway. But then later, I'm like, why am I so impatient? Why? I just don't get it. Anyway,
I don't know.
I think it's I'm getting older and I don't care anymore. Like I have no fucks left to give. I have a life to live and I don't have time dealing with these tiny little details.
Honestly, we are getting like that at work. I am the oldest of all of us, but not too far old. I mean, Veronica she'll be turning 41 in April.
Okay, so everyone's in their upper ages.
But I'm still older, yeah. And then the only other friend that we allow to talk to us is like barely 40. Yeah, we let her hang out with us. But other than that, yeah.
That's
so,
really
I mean,
funny.
I am the older one, but we're all getting like that. We're all getting that way. We've all decided that we're just like, I'm just over it. Like, I literally have no patience.
I don't know what it is.
Even Veronica, who I used to give shit all the time because I'm like, why are you so fucking nice to these people on the phone? They're all assholes. She's like, Stephanie, it's our job and everything. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm like, you don't have to be extra nice. Like, you know, I'm like,
just be normal nice.
I'm like, you're like so nice. I'm
but
like,
she's just like, but what if they're going through it? And I'm
yeah,
like, of course they're going through it.
She's like, well, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And so now she's getting, finally, after 8 years of doing this job.
You're finally rubbing off on her?
She finally hung up on her first person the other day.
She's like, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. Well, usually I walk up to her desk and I'm like, are you making a new best friend? Can we go outside? Or can you hang up with this person who you've been talking to for an hour?
She's like, well, Lola had a
And then she'll look at me, she'll be like,
oh.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You know, I'm like, I hate you.
That's funny. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Last show of the year. Ugh. Can you stand it?
God, no.
It's so fast. Okay, here we go.
I'm ready for it to be
God damn you. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, what was that one movie where they were clearing their throat? He's like, yeah, what was it?
I think that was Anchorman.
No, it was Along Came Polly.
Oh.
Remember when he's giving the little
Yes.
the pitch for what's his name?
Oh God, that's so funny. Okay, here we go.
And everyone's like,